Hello wonderful people, this is James. Welcome to Self-Made Finance, where we teach you to be your own finance manager. In a layman's language, we give you the basic financial management skills that you need to take hold of your finances. Today we're talking about how to deal with unexpected expenses. How do you deal with unexpected expenses? Expenses that you never thought would come true. How do you do that? I know a lot of people struggle to deal with it. In this video, I'll give you 5 tips on how you can deal with such expenses. I know you're going to like it. Welcome back to Self-Made Finance, where we teach you to be your own finance manager. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell so that anytime we drop a video, you can have it. So we're going straight into what we're talking about today, dealing with unexpected expenses. What do you need to do? The first thing you need to do is to stay calm. People get so overwhelmed with a situation that they take decisions they are not supposed to take. So when those expenses come through, you need to stay calm and assess the situation. Stay calm, don't be overwhelmed, because if you do that, you're going to take decisions that you're not supposed to take. You're going to do things that will get the situation worse. So stay calm. The next thing you need to do is to assess the situation and know exactly how much you need to solve it. Sometimes people run to people for help without knowing exactly how much they need. People go to the bank for loan to solve their situation without knowing exactly how much they need. So assess the situation and know how much you need to solve that, because you might even go for a loan that is more than what you need, and mind you are paying interest on that. So please assess the situation to know exactly how much you need. That's where the first point comes in, where you need to stay calm, because if you're not calm, you're going to do what you're not supposed to do. So please assess the situation to know how much you need. Also, in assessing the situation, you're able to tell the timelines that you have, because that will help you to deal with it right. If you don't have timelines, you might push yourself to do certain things you're not supposed to do. So assess the situation, know how much you need, know the timeline that you have, so that you can really approach it the best way you're supposed to do it. Next thing you need to do is to ask about payment plan for the situation. Is there a way you can attend to that situation in tranches or in bets, without the need to gather all the money at once? Is there a way around that? I've gone through that situation before, where after asking questions, I realized that I could take 4 months to deal with it. But if I didn't do that, I would have pushed myself to try to solve it immediately when it came true. But once you're able to assess the situation, you're able to know whether you have the ability or you have the chance to pay in installments. So ask about those payment plans if you have, and then it gives you that breathing space to organize yourself and get the money to solve that situation. So don't be overwhelmed, just ask questions, stay calm, and I believe you can deal with it. The next on the list is to resort to emergency funds if it is an emergency. I'm using the term if it is an emergency, because even though it's an expenses that you need to incur, it could be that it's not an emergency. So in that case, you cannot dip your hands into your emergency fund. So if it is an emergency, resort to your emergency fund. Do you have emergency funds? And that's where those who don't have emergency funds need to start thinking about it, because in such situations, one thing that you need to do to resort to your emergency fund. So if you have emergency fund, resort to that. If you don't have, then you need to go to other things that I'm going to be talking about. But this is to tell you that it's very important that as a human being or as a person, if you're trying to get your finances in check, you need to get or build an emergency fund, so that in such situations you can go or resort to that. So resort to your emergency fund if you have one. The next is to cash in for investment. After assessing the situation, how much you need, how long you need to raise that money. You've gone through your emergency funds, you don't have any. So what are you going to do? The next thing you can do is to resort to poor or non-performing investment. You could be having some investment somewhere that you're thinking about liquidating in the future, but there's something you need to attend to right now. What do you need to do? So go through your investment. Which are the ones that are not performing right now for you? Which are the ones that are not doing well? You need to liquidate those ones to solve that situation, so that it doesn't get out of hand. So please, that's why I'm stressing on the point that you need to, it has to be a non-performing investment. You don't go and liquidate the investment that is performing to go and solve this situation, whilst there are other non-performing ones. So go through the various investments that you have. Which is the one that is not performing? You don't resort to that or liquidate it to solve that situation. So after this, and then you are still not able to solve your situation, then you need to ask for help or go for a loan from a bank. Going for a loan should be the last resort after going through all this. So there are situations that friends or family members and colleagues can also help you. You can also resort to that. You can also go for a loan as the last resort. I really don't encourage going for a loan for such situation, because usually there are no situations that are going to generate income for you. So if you are going for a loan to solve it, then it means that you are incurring interest that's not bringing you anything in return. So it should be the last resort. If you are not able to solve it within these things that I've given you, then you need to do that. But first of all, you need to go through what I've told you before you can do that. So in summary, this is what I have for you. First of all, you need to stay calm. Secondly, you need to assess the situation to know exactly how much you need and the timelines that you need. And then you ask about any payment plan that's available, whether you can pay it in bets. And then you can also resort to emergencies if you have. If you don't have, think about building one right now. And then you can cash in your poor investment or non-performing investment. Ask for help, or finally, you can resort to taking a loan from a bank. This is the way that I feel if you're able to, take it seriously, you can deal with any unexpected financial emergencies that come your way. So you see, you can deal with any situation, irrespective of whether it's an emergency, it's unexpected or not. You can deal with any emergency. Just go through what I've told you, and I believe it can be fine. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Self-Made Finance. God bless you.